Boom. All right, what's up, you guys? It's Royce Jacob. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to be talking about the good old shiny stuff, legacy inflation hedges that are silver and gold. If you have been part of the Waves fam for a while, you know that we've been covering silver for a while. I've personally been a fan and invested in silver since I first started trading like 7 or 8 years ago. So this does hold a special place in my heart. Silver, gold, precious metals in general, commodities, as many of you know, aren't quite as exciting in terms of price action relative to what we've been talking about a lot in like cryptocurrencies and stuff. But silver and gold are, as I said in the beginning, legacy inflation hedges. All right, they've proven themselves as a solid store of value over thousands of years, and in my opinion, these are very solid investments to have at least a little bit of exposure to in your portfolio, especially in this hyperinflationary world. All right, so I do go into that a little bit, just my a quick summary of why I'm personally very bullish on silver and gold at this point in time. We'll kick off the video by reading through that. After that, very simple, we'll take a look at both silver and gold spot prices. A big reason that I wanted to make this video, and I did put that in the title, is because silver has recently seen a breakout of a very, very significant downtrend that it's been in for months. So silver, also want to say right off the bat, way more bullish on silver than gold, always have been, but especially at this moment following this technical breakout, I'm extremely bullish on silver. So we will go on to kick it off with silver, move on to quickly cover gold. Silver, again, is going to be the focus of this video because I'm personally very excited about it. And of course, if silver and gold are doing well, then that means silver and gold related stocks are doing well as well. And at the end of the video, we got a good old sponsored review by our friends at Altaley Mining Corporation. Okay, so after we take a look at silver and gold on the charts, I do want to go over Altaley's website with you, read over their investor presentation. Altaley Mining is Canadian ticker symbol ATLY, or US OTC means over the counter markets, ticker symbol ATLYF. We're not going to be looking at their charts today, but as always, you guys, when it comes to sponsored reviews, any stock we ever look at, always go on to do your own research. I'll drop their website link down below. Again, their ticker symbols will be down below as well if you want to check out the charts for yourself. Again, we're not looking at the charts today, but we will read over their site, take a quick look at Altaley building Mexico's next diversified mid-tier metal producer, read over the case for them, and then read over a few pages of their investor presentation to get you guys a little educated on potentially a new name that could be in your portfolio. But again, you guys always go on to do your own research. But that said, we appreciate our sponsors, you guys, that make all this possible. They keep the waves moving, and really means a lot if you guys give the video a like and show Altaley some love as well. Okay, so I appreciate you guys for that. And yeah, that said, let's dive into this. Let's read through this bad boy, and then we'll dive into the charts. All right, why silver and gold? Silver is looking strong. As many of you know, our primary focuses here on the channel are revolutionary sectors, crypto, EVs, green energy, biotech, etc. But I feel it's important to touch on precious metals every once in a while, considering we live in a world where fiat currencies are steadily becoming more and more devalued. When dollars become worth less, investors will want exposure to inflation hedge or hard money assets, the OGs of which are, of course, gold and silver. Silver and gold, pair them however you want. But again, you guys, hyperinflationary environment. If you guys didn't watch Paul Tudor Jones's interview on CNBC not too long ago, it's only like 3 minutes long. Go check that out. He talks about the very, very real risk, the increasing risk. We all knew inflation was already here, but the increasing risks of inflation moving forward, moving into 2022. So go check that out. That said, you guys all know it. We all know it. Inflation is very, very real. And again, silver, gold, the OG, the legacy inflation hedges. So let's talk about silver. Let's talk about that breakout. Silver officially broke out of a very significant downtrend. We are going to stick to the daily candles here because silver and gold, as you guys know, little slower. The daily candles are a lot more relevant to silver and gold, at least in my mind, because I'm like investing in these. I'm not day trading these, I'm investing in these. All right, so that's important to remember as well. So silver has been in a downtrend since June of this year. So months ago. Silver's been in a downtrend for months, and just on October 14th, just about a week ago at the time of recording, silver officially broke out of this downtrend, broke this line of resistance. Again, touch point here, touch point here, touch points here, creating a very, very significant, very visible line of resistance on this downtrend. Again, silver, October 14th, officially broke out of that, came back down quick to retest previous resistance as new support, TA 101 right there. But since then, over the past few days, silver has been ripping, and as far as silver goes, it's pretty damn impressive price action, okay? So silver, now that we've broken out, what are my upside price targets? From here, I do think that it makes sense that silver goes on to test the line of resistance on this long-term downtrend beginning way back in February of this year. Okay, so February was silver's silver's yearly high, just surpassed its high, the high it set back over a year ago in August of 2020, around $30. So hit $30 August 2020, hit just scratched above $30 in February of this year, and since then it has been in this long-term downtrend. So now that we broke the medium-term downtrend, I do think it's about time, and I think it's extremely likely that we make our way up to test the line of resistance on this long-term downtrend. That would take us up to about 26.5 bucks if we hit it mid-November, which I think is very possible. Seeing the current trajectory of it seems pretty organic. This is just under a month out, a few weeks out from the time of recording, and I do think silver has a lot of potential over over the holiday season. So if we do see that over the next couple of weeks, again, silver a little slower, but again, that's a big reason why I personally don't play silver itself. I play silver mining stocks. Okay, so do have a few silver miners in the portfolio right now. Especially excited, similar to Bitcoin and Bitcoin miners. If the prime asset itself is moving, silver in this case, then silver miners are likely to move that much more. Okay, so again, that doesn't happen every time. That's just the majority of time in my experience the case. Okay, so silver does have about 8.5% of upside if we do hit that price target around 26 bucks from current levels at about 24 bucks, which is, again, for silver pretty exciting. And if we break beyond that, that's when it gets really exciting. Okay, so if we break that, not going to get too excited, but if we do break that, then I think it'll be a very quick jump to test previous support right here as new resistance again. So if we can break 26.5 bucks, 27 bucks maybe, I think it's going to be a very quick shot by December to like $27.5. And if we're able to break that, then we're off to the races. And I think it's very possible that silver could see new all-time highs. This right here is very bullish, but I do think I wouldn't be surprised to see this, you guys. Silver's all-time highs at 50 bucks, and I think silver, for the utility it actually serves as a metal on top of its rarity, definitely warrants it to see new all-time highs in this world of inflation. Okay, so again, very significant line of resistance for silver over the course of its uptrend beginning in March of 2020. So over a year and a half ago now, or about a year and a half ago now, when it started this from those Black Swan March lows. I wouldn't be surprised at all, honestly, if silver comes up to test this line. If this tests, that'll take us to like February of 2022. Maybe silver sees a match of its all-time high, $50, of which was set way back in 2011. So a decade ago was the last time silver saw 50 bucks, and let's hope 2022 is the year for that. And again, I'm very ready for that to be the case in my personal portfolio. Let's take a quick look at gold, and then we will move on to Altaley. So gold from a short-term perspective. Sorry, this didn't sync. Let's move that over there. So from a short-term perspective, gold, actually stretch that out. Sorry, this didn't sync, but that's all right. We'll do that right there. So gold from a short-term perspective is, again, kind of in breakout mode, but not looking nearly as promising as silver, which, again, I'll reiterate, this is why silver is so much more appealing to me at this point in time. But gold is in this descending channel. We're coming up to a very important point of this descending channel right here. Broke out of the short-term descending channel right here, kicking off back in June of this year. Actually pretty medium-term, pretty long-term actually. But for gold and silver, we'll call that the medium term. Broke out of this medium-term channel a couple of times, been kind of going sideways. Gold, again, a lot more boring, a lot less volatile than silver, which makes it, for me personally, less appealing of an investment, but it has retained its value. So I guess at least it has that over the past couple of months. But regardless, gold is coming up to test the line of resistance on this descending channel. You can see these orange lines right here. So gold is going to come up by, I think, easily over the coming week or two. We can come up to test this trend line. That'll take us to about 1835. If we break above that, then pretty much my next target for gold is going to be the high that it set back in August. Again, same thing about a year ago, back in August of 2020, when precious metals were just ripping, when we were covering them a lot on the channel. I think it's very likely that gold comes up here to retest its previous high once it breaks out. Again, in a world of inflation, there's a lot of attention on Bitcoin, but there's always going to be some appetite for gold and silver. More so silver, in my opinion, once again, but gold will still probably see appreciation as an asset in a world with a hyperinflationary environment where the dollar is declining in value. And I do think gold can at the very least retest its all-time high at about $2,100. So again, silver, when gold reached its all-time high back here, was only at 30 bucks, half of its previous all-time high. So again, just kind of everything I've said makes me way more bullish on silver than gold. So that said, let me know what you guys think about these. Let me know what your favorite silver mining company, what your favorite silver stock is down in the comments down below. If you're excited to see silver pop off, if you've been holding silver for the past year, while we haven't been covering it too much. But again, you guys, when it comes to security of your portfolio, it does not hurt at all. And I actually personally believe it's safe, not investment advice. You guys know the drill there. But I personally abide by this. I think it's just a safe play to have a little bit of precious metals exposure, primarily silver-related stock exposure in your portfolio. Okay, so speaking of a cool precious metal related company, let's take a look at Altaley Mining, building Mexico's next diversified mid-tier metals producer. So again, we'll read over this quick, the case for Altaley, and then we'll dive into their investor presentation and read over a few pages there. Altaley Mining Corporation is a Canadian-based publicly traded mining company operating in Mexico that engages in exploration, development, and operation of polymetallic mineral resource projects in Mexico. Altaley is currently in commercial production at its 100% owned Campo Morado mine, processing approximately 2,000 plus tons per day through the mine's milling facilities, producing zinc and lead concentrates with gold, silver, and copper as byproducts. In addition, Altaley owns 100% of the T project. That word's going to come up a couple times. I'm just going to call it the T project, all right? Please, if you know how to pronounce that, drop it in the comments down below. Currently in construction development of its own on-site mineral processing plant, with a design capacity of 1,000 TPD. Altaley provides its investors uncorrelated exposure to the mining sector by a defensive asset class linked to precious metal returns. Of course, again, defensive. Inflation hedge. That's why in this silver chart, I put the shield there. If it's gonna load, I did delete the shield, but the shield was there. You guys saw it. Anyway, defensive asset class again in gold and silver precious metals, and 2, a cyclical return asset class, base metals, zinc, lead, and copper. The opportunity to invest in a company with high potential in a low risk stage. Altaley has a portfolio of 2 advanced projects, one of which is already providing stable cash flows to our company. Okay, and again, if you guys want to check out this video, if you guys are interested for yourself, again, the link to their website will be down in the description. You guys can go watch this video, read over their full investor presentation for yourself. But we are just gonna do that. Take a look at a few pages right now. So. Nice, pretty homepage. I do respect a good logo, which this is a sick logo, and a nice cover page for your investor presentation. All right, so October 2021, nice and up to date. All the good old disclaimers right there. So, emerging multi-mine Mexican producer. Check low-cost expansion. Check optimizing mine plans. Check near mine resource growth, and check district scale properties. So again, the T project, you guys can check that out. The Campo Morado mine. Forgive my Spanish R roll, but Campo Morado mine, the T project, you guys can check that out. Again, go read over this for yourself if you're interested. Investment highlights, so we'll read over a few of these. Stable growing cash flow from Campo Morado, generating US $2.1 million in monthly EBITDA. Pathway to expand from 2,000 to 3,000 TPD. A new flotation circuit 80% complete. Exploring process improvements to potentially increase gold and silver recoveries by up to 400% and 200% respectively. Lastly, path to double resource and expand operations to 5,000 TPD in the long term, 5+ years. T project is near production. Construction is 80% complete. Almost there. Initial production near end of 2021. Revenue breakdown, 69% gold, 12% silver, 19% base metals. Path to increase resources reserves to double or triple size of operation. Again, you guys, in this game, in any game, expanding your operations is always a good sign. And of course, the larger your operations, the more you got going on, the more product you'll pull forth, and therefore the more revenue you'll be able to achieve. Lastly, re-rating as a high-growth precious metals producer. Addition of T project will double metal sales and EBITDA. Precious metals to comprise at least 59% of net revenues by mid-2022. Trading at only 1.4 by EV/EBITDA, which is 88% below other Mexican metal producers. That's actually a very, very good ratio right there. Lastly, strengthened management team. Let's take a look at their management team real quick, and this is where we'll close it out. As I always say, you guys, never just bet on the horse. Always bet on the jockey. Never just bet on the car, bet on the driver, okay? When you have a solid team behind you, that shows that they can execute properly moving forward. And again, you guys, no one can dispute that, right? A solid team makes for a strong business. So strength in management team, I'll just read the CEO, president, and director's little bio here. But again, you guys, whenever you're looking at any company, ever, and when it comes to a short but definitely long-term investment, always look at the team. Make sure the team is competent, and yeah, this team's looking pretty competent to be. So again, just gonna read this guy, Ralph Shearing. CEO, president, and director, over 35 years experience in mineral exploration and development, and 30 years senior management experience with publicly listed companies. Read these 2 checkpoints right here and then close it out. Recent additions to board, provides vast experience in mine building operations, mine finance, and corporate governance. Next check, 250 years of combined mining and capital markets experience. So that is a very, very impressive combined experience amongst this team, you guys. And again, when you're investing in any company, always look at the team, make sure the team's competent, because if the team's good, it's likely that the company or the stock or whatever enterprise you're looking into is probably going to perform well moving into the future. Okay. So again, you guys, we appreciate our sponsors. The ticker symbol and the link to Altaley's website will be in the description down below. Again, it means a lot if you guys like this video. Show the company some love. Show Altaley some love, because again, you guys, we thing, not a me thing. I mean, I get the proceeds, but I appreciate you guys watching. This would not be possible without you guys. So I appreciate you watching once again. And yeah, I'll catch you guys downstairs in the comments to talk about whatever you want. Have a great weekend, guys. Catch you next week. Until then, always remember, take action, make waves. Peace.